Welcome to Marci Javril's Vital Energy Center. In this series of mini lessons for Melting Touch Method, this is one Soften Part 1 for the first 2 weeks after surgery to increase lymphatic circulation. Please see the PDF for the medical contraindications and check with your health professional before beginning this program. You may have seen me on YouTube instructing people in how to clear the internal organs for better detox. I always start with the colon, and we move in a clockwise manner. You can come to me for lessons, and I'll give you my flashcards, which will remind you how to accomplish all the self-massage moves described in my series for Melting Touch Method. I have been trained for many years, and I want to give that back to you. So please call me for more information. I worked with surgeons and medical doctors on post-operative clients, and here are the techniques I like to show. Starting with the inguinal lymph nodes, do a gentle pulsing, vibration, and repeat this several times for the lymph nodes in the inguinal area. You can use both hands at once, or you can use one hand on each side because, as you can see, the lymph nodes are gathered in this area as a cluster. Make sure you repeat a slow waltz rhythm, like an ocean wave, matching the melting rhythm in your body. From above, you can still do a wrist pump. All the drainage goes towards the inguinal area. Also, you can start a vibration in a clockwise manner to open up the peristalsis of the colon, jiggling and vibrating in a jacuzzi-like fashion, and shifting the contents of the belly very gently from side to side, from left to right, and from right to left, following the shape of the colon. If you're above it, you can put your hands going up on the right and down on the left, up on the right and down on the left, using a hula hand, shaping your hand to the contour of your belly. It goes in a clockwise direction. Make sure you shape your hand so that it's very easy to go up this edge of your hand, up the right, across the center, connect the thumbs, and down the left to the sigmoid colon, imagining that it's like a frisbee rolling around on its edge, or a coin. Vibrating and concentrating on the left side in particular, and using a very squish the soapy sponge, squish the soapy sponge rhythm. It's a waltz rhythm. It's very soft and gentle to work with this crooked place in the sigmoid colon. I give you homework when you come to me, and I show you all of these things. The scar goes across, so we're going to work up and down and also into the scar. You see, this line is what we'd like to soften. So we're going to do little circles all around the entire area. You can see that crisscross is pushing and pulling with either your thumb or another finger, and it's an oppositional stroke. It's a friction stroke, and it can be done very gently. You see, this is 14 days after surgery. I'm using 2 fingers just to show you the technique, but in fact you can use several fingers and make sure you go above the area as well as below the incision area. You can use your thumbs or any part of the hands that are touching the scar that want to be comfortable. Here the client indicates that it was a little tender there, so I pause and give her a breath. All the area of the abdominals should be friction circled. So little dime circles starting around the incision area and eventually moving throughout the abdominal area to break up any possible adhesions, to soften and melt out and dissolve any of the substances that were used in the surgery that might have made blockages. Here, if your hands are coming towards the incision, you can use friction fingers, all of them at once, and very gently and lightly do a pulsing right there on the incision area, giving it a melting rhythmic touch. A little more friction. This is still 14 days after surgery, using my thumbs on her. I can't yet pinch up the scar to do skin rolling. That will be shown in part 2 of Soften. You see, this normal skin you can make into a little hill. But in fact, because of the incision, it puckers into a valley. That valley prevents the fluid from moving through. And the fluid is meant to carry out toxins. So eventually, we'd like to be able to pinch it into a little hill and do skin rolling. Instead, we'll do myofascial release. Instead of counterbalancing, we're going to use unidirectional myofascial release, pulling very, very slowly and evenly, all in one direction, to gently work with the incision area. It is healed, the stitches are out, there is no pain allowed to take place. Make sure you're monitoring well. You can put the working hand down and piggyback the other hand to get a better grip, because we want to hold this for 30, 60, or even 90 seconds. So here's just a brief observation of how the skin will lighten and the scar will soften, but you must take your time and have patience. Now you can tap the working hand with your helping hand to create vibration, to liquefy the contents of the belly. I prefer a jacuzzi-style, bubbly vibration, down and up, to soften the contents, not side to side, which jiggles the structure and the bones. Rather, try to vibrate down and up to really soften the contents of the colon and loosen the spongy substance of the lymph nodes, allowing the interstitial areas to open up, making a gentle stretching, rhythmic, wave-like motion. This opens up the superficial capillaries and allows the lymphatic circulation to accelerate. Make sure you vibrate right at the little dent there, the valley that was created by the scar, by the incision gluing itself to the underlying layers. Pumping with your hand is a great way to get all the lymph moving. This is a slow, stationary circle with a gentle contour hand that opens up the interstitial areas and allows all the lymph to flow through the capillaries. Day 16 and day 22. Make sure you come to my website and talk to me about vitality training so that I can give you more specific instruction in the melting touch method. You can get some free things at massagetonight.com. And thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.